To add that, not to sound like a broken record, email is queen, social media is useful, but if you're wanting to really engage and build a movement, email, email, email. Our ability to get a deal here at the UNFCCC will depend on whether or not we can set aside debate and have a deliberative discussion. That requires deeply human interaction. So personal interactions hugely matter, not just in negotiations, but in movement building. And then the lady from Egypt, who I think has left, I think what you were touching on, and this is my closing point, it's actually about how we communicate to people. And right now in climate change, there are two competing narratives. One is hope, one is fear. Fear is one that we see on a daily basis at the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. It's the polar ice caps are melting, we're all going to hell in a handbag, we need to get a deal in the next 3 years or it's like game over for the entire future of the planet. Meanwhile, outside of this bubble, there are actually some really positive things going on in the world. Like last year, 44% of all of the new energy that was installed for electricity was renewable, and that's not including large-scale hydro like Belo Monte in Brazil and things which are really bad. It's still a drop in the ocean, right? But it's like there are examples of things that are doing well. In the UK, there's an organisation called Solar Schools that does crowdsourced funding to put solar panels on the roofs of schools. It's a no-brainer in terms of like an austerity UK where the budget for education is being slashed. Let's take our schools off the grids and give them more money to buy books for kids. I think personally that hope is where we need to be heading. It's how we capture and engage a much broader movement, because we've been focusing on fear for many, many years, and yet I'm terrified. The stakes are incredibly high, but if we want to get people really engaged and really excited about climate, we've got to show them why this is a good idea, why building a green economy for the whole world and a low carbon development trajectory is just a good idea. It makes a lot of sense and it's good for us. So I would end with focus on hope, block out fear.